Here we go. Good afternoon. Welcome to Infinity Highway. Greetings from Johnson's Corner Petro here in Colorado, in Johnstown, Colorado. Over here off the I-25. About to go to a shipper about 20 miles up the road. That shipper being Budweiser, Anhueser, Busch.
Turn left on Southeast Frontage Road.
To go pick up a load of beer. Oh shit, no access to 25. Okay. We gotta run up the frontage road here for a minute. And haul it on out to Arlington, Washington. For our second haul, since we came back out on the road after break, after we spent about 7 days at home hanging out.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn left on Colorado 402, then take the first right.
So, let's see what we got here. Today is Sunday, March 13th, 2022. Time is 4:17 in the p.m. I think we just bumped the clocks forward by an hour last night. So that'll be nice. Having a little bit longer days once again. It is 63 degrees outside. It's pretty damn warm out here in Colorado. We just delivered a load last night back down in Aurora, which is essentially Denver.
Turn right at the traffic light.
Elevation is about a mile high out here, and we got say about 17, 18 miles to go up here to Anhueser, Busch.
In 1 3/4 miles, turn left on Thompson Parkway.
Say what? So we're if I didn't already mention it, we're running up to the city of Fort Collins for this load.
roundabout.
Nope. Well, that sign we just went by said something about I-25 northbound closed somewhere. I'm guessing probably up close to Wyoming. On the way out here, out of California, we picked up the first load that we picked up that brought us out here was back in Stockton. It was a load of Duraflame
Continue on I-25.
merchandise, I don't know what you can call it, Duraflame logs and shit like that. We all love Duraflame logs. But anyways, so it was a light load, about 20,000 pounds, and it took us out on the I-80, and we got out to Rawlins in Wyoming, and ended up getting, they ended up shutting down the I-80 both directions over Oak Mountain and in various spots all the way out, I think, to Cheyenne. So we ended up in Rawlins at the TA out there, waiting for them to reopen for like 20 hours or something like that. It was due to high winds, which was, I think was actually pretty damn high winds. It was like 75 mile an hour gusts. And of course the high winds were blowing snow all over the roadways and creating icy spots. So from what I heard on the radio, there was like something like 6 or 7 semi-truck wrecks over Elk Mountain. So they just went ahead and shut it down. I think they shut down parts of I-25 also. So the point being is that might be why they haven't. Why it says that sign said it was closed. We're not going to run 25 up to 80 though. We're going to be taking the 285, which brings us into Laramie. Once we do get loaded. So hopefully we don't get shut down on the I-80 again. It's conceivable that could happen, but hopefully we don't. We will be very heavy. I think we're going to be picking up a full truckload. So anyways, 12 miles to go. We'll see you up there at Anhueser Busch.
Turn right on Busch Drive.
Well, the line doesn't look bad. I only see a couple trucks in there. That's good news.
In 3/4 of a mile, arrive at 2351 Busch Drive
There
on
she
the
is.
left.
Slide tandems to the rear before entering scale. Alright. Be right back. Okay, we are checked in and making our way over to the staging area. I guess it's this way. I think it's this way. Lifeboat staging area. Here we go. Okay, well, all we got to do now is wait for a text, and they text us with the dock door, and we'll get loaded and we'll get out of here. So we'll talk to you either after we get loaded tonight. It'll probably be dark by the time we get out of here, so it'll either be tonight or maybe tomorrow morning. So we'll see you then. So here we go. Here goes nothing. Off we go. Whatever.
Continue on I-80.
Yeah, you bet your ass, Sheila D. Oh, God. Welcome back. We got our load of beer, got our load of Budweiser products. About 44,000 pounder. And it wasn't necessarily a long load time, but it wasn't necessarily a fast load. Back there at Anhueser Busch, I think it took them about, I think we were there from the time that we arrived to the time we left about 4 hours. So by the time we left last night, I don't know what it was. It was like 9 p.m. or something like that, or maybe a little earlier. I guess it was about 8 o'clock. And so we made our way on up to Laramie, pulled in and got some dinner, carried on for about another 100 miles out here. Almost made it to Wamsutter. I was going to pull off in Wamsutter at a parking area, but I decided to go ahead and pull off in that parking area we just left instead. So we didn't get a whole heck of a lot of miles in yesterday. I think by the time we pulled off last night, it was, shoot, it's already about 12:30 a.m. And left ourselves with about 1,100 miles worth of driving that we'll be trying to get done between today and tomorrow. My goodness, and there is no lack of traffic out right now. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of truck traffic out here. Everybody's heading west. traffic out. March 14th, 22. Time is 10:51 in the AM. 33 degrees outside here on I-80 in Wyoming. Passing mile marker 182. Elevation is, I don't know, somewhere around 6,000 or 7,000 feet. Let me see here. Yep, 6,920 feet. Which brings up a interesting story here. And as I said, we got about 1,100 miles to go. Yeah, the interesting story is, you know, on my last run, my other Garmin, which I had dubbed a name of Sheila B.
Increase following distance.
Took a header off the windshield and passed away. She went into coma. She never recovered. And so when we went back on break, back home, I went down to Walmart and I picked up a replacement and threw her up on the windshield. I think we made it. See, we picked up our load. What did I say? It was back in like Stockton, California, and started making our way eastbound on the 80. And I think we pulled off our first night out in Dugway in Utah, just east or west of Salt Lake City. And the way the truck was facing, it was facing kind of eastward. And so in the morning, the sun was hitting the windshield, and I got up, started waking up, had my coffee going, and pulled the curtains back, and the new Sheila B had took a header off the windshield again, right? And previous Sheila B, she had took a header off the windshield many a times and recovered, no problem, no damage done. Well, the new Sheila B in this particular instance took her first header off the windshield, went into coma, and passed away just like that. So $230 down the tubes from one fall off the windshield. It was pretty unbelievable. I was quite disappointed, pissed off, matter of fact. So we're out. We're back down to just one Garmin again here. You know, whatever. So be it. Anyways, so we got another 200 miles or so to go here on the 80. We'll be jumping on the 84. And then running over to the 15. Well, it's kind of like the 84 and the 15 combined, and take that kind of northwest, and that'll run us through Idaho, up in Oregon, up in Washington, I believe, and then onto the 90, and the 90 will take us out towards like Seattle area, and then we go north of Seattle to Arlington. something or another. So anyways, we'll see you a little later. And off we go once again. Day number 3. Is that right? It is Tuesday now, March 15th, 8:58 in the AM. A cloudy, kind of wet, not very rainy right now.
Turn right on I-84 West.
48 degrees. It's a warm 48 degrees. No wind. It's nice. And we are departing TA over here in Huntington, Idaho, where we came to rest last night. This is a TA I have not stopped at in the past. I've never actually pulled in there and fueled or parked or gone inside or anything. There's a way station across the street there that I've gotten drawn into a few times. I got drawn into it last night, and so we went ahead and hopped across the street, parked here at the TA, and lo and behold, it's a pretty big one. It's got a lot of parking, which is a nice thing. It's got a nice, kind of newish store, nice bathrooms, nice
Continue on
showers.
I-84.
I was in desperate need for a shower. I had probably 3 or 4 days worth of dog saliva all over my arms, face, neck. So I was in dire need. I really was. And so we got that done. I mean, timing is everything too. I'll tell you what, because we stopped in Boise at the TA down there.
Same command.
Exit. To fuel up, and I was going to grab a shower down there, and it was a full house. There was no parking at all. There was no available reserve parking or no pay parking, nothing. So I was a bit disappointed I couldn't get in there and get a shower, so we kept on making our way up there, and I saw a sign. Once we crossed the state line into Idaho, I saw a sign saying TA in 21 miles, and it didn't ring a bell. I was like, and it wasn't coming up on my GPS unit. So anyways, so we go through the scales, find a parking spot over towards the back, a dog-friendly parking spot, and it had only been like an hour, maybe an hour and a half since we'd left Boise, so it wasn't as if Max was in urgent need to get out. I had gotten him out down there. So I put all my stuff together, reserved the shower on my phone on the app, and went walking in there. And I think at this point it was local time is actually, well, here we go, entering Pacific time zone. Now see, that's interesting. See, because they're on mountain time. They're right there on the line. Yeah, we just crossed over the Pacific time zone, so they're in mountain time still. So it was actually 9:45, whatever. I think like 9:42 when I went walking into the store, and I have my backpack on. It's obvious. When somebody's going in there to take a shower, and a girl stops me. She goes, "Are you you're going in for a shower?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, you only got 17 minutes before they turn off the water." I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, I ain't got no time to waste. I better go. Better hurry up then." I walked over to the showers, and the girl who was in the back, who actually is does the janitorial on the showers, says, she stops me, says the same thing. She's like, are you going in for a shower? I was like, yeah, I know, I only got 17 minutes. She's like, yeah, they turn it off at 10. And I was like, okay. I look at my phone, and my phone says 8:45. She goes, no, it's actually 9:45. And I was like, oh, okay, so you're still on Mountain Time, so my phone had switched over. But anyways, point being is timing is everything. Because had I gotten max out before I got, ordered my shower, went in there, I would have missed out. And I would have been seriously disappointed big time. Anyways, it worked out. It was a quick shower. I had to skip a shave. Didn't have time to shave, just shower. That's fine. So, anyways, but yeah, that's cool TA. They got nice big open parking lot. Yeah. I'll definitely be stopping there in the future anytime I need to. So, anyways, we got 457 miles to go up there to Arlington, Washington. Which means we got about 8 hours of driving to do. And the boss has gone ahead and set an appointment for me for tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Which works well for me. Originally, I believe our appointment was for this morning, today, at 10 a.m., which is an hour from now. And well, that wasn't going to work out. So 6 a.m. tomorrow morning is great. Gives me a reason to get up early and get my day started early. Which I much rather do. I much prefer getting up early, start my day early, than starting it late like this. Did I say we were in Idaho? I think I did. I said we were in Idaho. We're actually in Oregon. I forgot. We just crossed over the state line last night, just before we got to Huntington. So, my bad. Oregon it is. The only reason why that just dawned on me is because everybody's going 65 right now. And I'm like, why is everybody doing 65? Oh yeah. There it is. There's a sign. 65 for trucks. cloud cover. It's a pretty nice day out here right now. It's just kind of nice. I don't know. You know what it is? It's because it's not windy. That's making it real nice. It's not windy right now, anyhow. Well, anyways, I'm going to let you go, put you down, put you back to sleep, and we will see you a little bit later. We'll see you when we get out there for sure, and for sure we'll see you tomorrow morning when we make our delivery, as long as I remember. So we'll see all that. There you go. Check out that view, huh? It's scenic. We're over here at a scenic outlook, actually, just off the 84 here in Washington State, about 7 miles east of the, did I say the 84? I meant to say the 82. About 7 miles east of the 82-90 split. And yes, it is Washington State. So, without saying, we got 7 miles to go to get on the 90. And off we go. We just had to make a quick pit stop. We were looking for happiness, serenity, and peace off out in the tumbleweed bushes, the sage bushes, and we found some. Max definitely found some. That's his favorite thing to do, is to go hop around in the tumbleweeds, in the sagebrush. It is. It's his favorite thing to do. We go out there and we play hide and seek. And he's a better seeker than I am a hider. That's for sure. It is not easy to hide from this dog. I think I've only managed to stay hidden from him one time. And that was back in, oh, where the hell were we? I think it might actually been Oregon. And the only way that I managed to avoid detection was, you know, what we'll do is we'll go out there and we'll walk around through it, and he'll go off his way and he'll hop around through all the sagebrush, and I'll go my way, and he'll go off about, 20 yards, and he'll always be kind of aware of where I am, and he'll come back, he'll come back close to me, and then he'll go off the other way and stuff. And so what I'll do is I'll crouch down behind a large bush or something like that and try to stay still and silent, and inevitably he'll find me. And the only time that he didn't find me, he actually, when he went looking for me, he went well past me. I had to stick my keys in my pocket, because my keys are usually jingling, and he hears it. So I had to stick my keys in my pocket, and I avoided detection, and he went running on by me. I had to get back up and make sure he didn't go too far. go off chasing a rabbit or something, but he does. He absolutely loves it. It's his favorite thing to do. So, anyways, it's 3:30 now in the PM. 48 degrees outside. Partly sunny, partly cloudy. And you got 150 miles to go out to Arlington. About another 2.5 hours, something like that. So our tentative plan here is make our way out to the I-5, and we'll be pulling off for the night. Like I said, tentatively, we'll be pulling off for the night in a rest area that is about 2.5 miles from the receiver, just north of Arlington, and hanging out for the night, and then popping up probably around 4:30 or 5 a.m. and making our delivery.
In 1 mile,
Manana.
keep left to I-90 West.
Yes, ma'am. Did I mention it's windy? Yeah, pretty windy out. It's like Wyoming windy. Pretty gusty.
Continue on I-90.
Yep, so there you go. I-90 it is. We got about 100 miles out to the 405, which will take us out to the 5. So there you go. We'll talk to y'all later. So that looks a little bit more like it, doesn't it? Like Washington, a little bit more. So we're on the 405 headed north, making our way over to the I-5 here in Bothell, Bothell, where it is rush hour commute time, 5:45 in the p.m. 55 degrees outside and cloudy, partly sunny, with 28 miles to go to the receiver. However, like I said, we're going to be going up to the rest area, see what we got. Northbound rest area. Let's go ahead and plug that in. Next stop.
In 2 miles, take the exit on the right to I-5 North toward Vancouver, BC.
Yeah. We got, well, there you go, 27 miles to the rest area. Huh. About the same. Sweet potatoes.
On the right to I-5 North toward Vancouver, BC.
Watch out, Max.
The 2 right lanes, then take the exit to I-5 North.
what a mess. Yeah, what a mess.
Continue on I-5.
Okay, anyways, we'll see. No, probably we'll see you probably tomorrow morning. So, have a good night. Talk to you then. Okie pokey, here we go, artichoke.
In 1.25 miles, take exit 208 on the right to Washington 530.
Yeah, that's right, Sheila D. So, good morning, top of the morning. And greetings from Arlington, Washington. We're here as we depart this here rest area. We came to a halt last night, or actually I guess yesterday. It wasn't really night when we got here, it was still daytime.
Of a mile, take exit 208 on the right to Washington 530, then take the first right.
That's a pretty nice rest area, actually. This is the I-5 here. Yeah, it was actually a really nice rest area. You never know what you're going to get until you get there. Washington, Oregon, they do. They typically seem to have pretty nice.
Take exit 208 on the right to Washington 530, then take the first right.
Pretty nice, it's kind of like a park, you know? I mean, the facilities aren't necessarily the greatest. I mean, they're a little bit older and stuff, you know? I mean, they're not horrible. It's not jail, you know? Right? But I mean, they're functional and they're clean enough. Yeah, of course I'm a truck driver. What do I know?
Turn right at the traffic light.
But in any event, the area is a nice area, like grass and stuff, and trees to pee on and all that. Dog loving stuff.
In 3 3/4 miles, turn right on Hazel Street.
And so that said, yes, Max thoroughly enjoyed. His facilities were great. He said these are clean enough that, you know, matter of fact, you know, as it often is up here in Oregon, Washington, it's wet. You know, it's been raining. I mean, imagine that. So the grass field was a sopping mess. So I got him out when we got there yesterday afternoon. Got him out in the grass. We played a little bit of soccer. And yes, he became a wet, soppy mess of a dog. Which he doesn't have a problem with at all. He loves it. He says, this is great. I love soppy mess dog stuff. Of course, I'm the one that has to towel dry him off when we get back to the truck. And he loves that too, you know. Go figure. So what are we? We're like day number 4 here. From where did we start off with you? Back in Denver. I don't remember when we turned you on. I think it was maybe just prior to getting to Fort Collins or something when we got loaded. So what was that? Day 1 and then day 2. Day 3 was yesterday, so yeah. It's day 4. We got now Wednesday, March 16th, 2022. 5:32 in the AM. 42 degrees outside and 6.5 miles to go out here to Crown Distributing, who is the receiver of this load. We got your beer for you, Arlington. Time to tie one on. You're gonna love it. Keep you nice and comfortably numb.
Hazel Street.
Yeah, so I'm sure that I've mentioned this in the past, but this particular truck I can't freaking stand. I hate this freaking truck, actually, with a passion. Like, I hate this freaking truck. I mean, this is Proud Mary, you know, so I love her, right? But she's a slug, you know. And it's a really
Turn right at the traffic light.
poorly designed truck. I mean, like, not the truck itself, these are great trucks, but this particular truck has the ISX Cummins economy model, I guess, you know.
1.25 miles. Turn right on 204th Street
I mean,
Northeast.
Like super economy model, right? 400 horsepower. I've mentioned this in the past. Very weak engine. Very weak motor. But I'm not going to talk about necessarily the power of the motor in this case. My bitch of the morning here for today, and really from yesterday, is the engine braking design on it. It's a piece of shit. So this is a 10-speed, right, manual. Now, so most trucks have an engine brake on them. I mean, I dare to even say all trucks, although I know that not all trucks, like older models, have engine brakes, like really older models. But you know, we'll just say all trucks have engine
In
brakes.
1/2 mile, turn right on 204th Street Northeast.
And I'll dare to say that most of them have engine brakes through all the gears, right? The truck that I was driving before this one, 712, the red Freightliner, it had an engine brake on it, and it was a great engine brake. I mean, the second you press the button, the engine brake turns on, and you get stopping power, and it would function through all the high range gears. So from 5th gear through 10th gear, it would operate. It would slow you down.
Turn right at the traffic light.
And so it was awesome. Like, I barely needed to use the brakes on that truck. Right. I can take an off ramp.
1/2 mile, turn left on 67th Avenue Northeast.
Turn on the engine brake in 10th gear, just drop all the way down through 5th gear, and by the time I get down to 5th gear, I'm at, you know, whatever the intersection stoplight, and, you know, just use the brakes just to come to a complete stop if I need to. This truck, for whatever the reason, the engine brake only
1/4
works
mile, turn left on 67th Avenue Northeast.
in 10th gear, in 9th gear, and halfway through 8th gear, right? And by halfway, I mean in 8th gear, the engine brake will only work at above 1350 RPMs. If you're below 1350 RPMs,
Turn left at the traffic light.
in 8th gear, you have no engine brake. Above it, you do, right? So you could downshift out of 9th gear with the engine brake on and find that the engine brake isn't on when you get in 8th gear anymore, right? Or if you downshift and you're still high enough RPMs, it will work. So no engine brake in 7th or any other gear, period, right? So here's the situation that happened yesterday. Is we were running the 82, and we were coming down into Paddington or Pendleton, whatever it is. I think it's Pendleton, and there's like actually, hang on, it wasn't even then. It was before we got. We were going through, shit, I don't remember the name of the town. I think it might be like Baker or something like that before you get into the mountains. And they were doing a rolling street sweeping operation, right? With two street sweepers, one in either lane.
2 miles, turn right on 172nd Street Northeast.
Going westbound. So there was like a 10-mile backup behind these street sweepers that were going like 20 miles an hour. And we were behind them for miles. So we get up into the mountains, we get over the top of this hill, and we're coming down a pretty significant downgrade. It's like a 6 or 7%, or it's pretty steep. And so normally, because the way the engine brake is on this truck, you know, I'll take those at pretty fast speed so the engine brake will hold me. I can save my brakes, right? So I'm like usually always ripping down these grades past everybody just because, you know, it saves my brakes. But so here we are. I'm essentially 80,000 pounds. I think I'm like 79,000 something. Heavy freaking truck, and we're coming down this grade at 20 miles an hour, and I'm, you know, using as low range gears as I possibly can, but it's not holding me, and I have no engine brake. So we get down this freaking grade. Now I got this guy in another truck pulls up next to me, and he's like, and he was Mexican, and so he couldn't speak any English, but he was like trying to get my attention, and I rolled down the window and I couldn't understand what the hell he was saying. And I looked back, and my trailer brakes were smoking, like just smoking, because I ain't got no engine brake in low range gears. So nothing I could do about it. You know, I had to use my brakes to keep myself, you know, down to speed with the rest of traffic. It's kind of just really horrible design. Really bad design. Whatever. I don't understand why Cummins would make it like that. It just doesn't make any sense. Like the truck, the red truck 712, they had the Detroit diesel 15-liter. Engine brake on that thing was solid. You know, and that's the other thing on this one. It doesn't come on instantaneously. Like when you press the button, there's like a 1.5-second delay before your engine brake comes on. It's weird. I don't know. Actually,
in 1/4 mile, turn right on 172nd Street Northeast.
The boss called me yesterday after the fact with the story I was just telling you about. He calls me. You know, as he does, he typically, you know, calls his guys once a day, see and make sure everything's all right.
Turn right at the traffic light.
And I brought that up to him. Told him, I says, man, I said, this truck here, I says, my biggest incentive, motivating factor into getting my own truck. I told him about the engine brake. He's like, really? Because he's never driven this truck. When he bought it.
In 1/2 mile, turn left on 59th Avenue Northeast.
Specifically for me as my replacement, the 712. It's the only manual truck that he has, because I told him I'm not interested in driving an automatic at all. And so he's never driven it, so he wasn't aware. And I told him about it, and he's like, wow, that's really weird. He says, that's pretty bad. I was like, yeah, it is bad. It's not good at all. Whatever, it's what we got.
Turn left at the traffic light.
Make do with what we got. Max, dude, seriously. Freaking dog's right in the way of my damn shifter, dude. Freaking bonehead. Banana-headed dog. Let's see here. Here we are.
Arriving at 17117 59th Avenue Northeast on the left.
All right, we have arrived. I gotta go, and I gotta let you go and call this one a wrap before it gets way too long here. So hope you all are doing well. Thanks for watching Infinity Highway once again, and we will see you all somewhere down the road. So take care. See ya.